Welcome to the Power Packed Podcast. Please be quiet and courteous and silence your cell phones now. Be sure to grab some snacks and concessions, located in the lobby. And now our feature presentation. Prepare for better.
All the time, wondering if maybe I'm losing my mind. Stepping out to the rising enemy, or maybe I'm going out to sea. Maybe you should know by now. When I get back, everything will be alright. Seems like I'm out to sea every single night. I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
Don't mind, maybe you sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind, maybe you sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind, maybe you sink or swim.
Oh, this episode, it's gonna be bussin'. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's gonna be like
bussin'.
It's gonna be like, you know, when you eat a Arby's beef and cheddar and you put on the Arby's sauce and the horsey sauce, and then you take a big bite and everything spills out the back. That's like, I don't know why I thought of that analogy. I think I just really want beef and cheddar all of a sudden.
Well, you used the slang correctly that I was thrown down. Have you heard bussin' before?
I've heard of bussin', I think. Oh, I guess it's cool we're tying in back into the other episode, but bussin' means like good, right?
Yeah, and I don't know where it comes from. Like bussin', derived from the word bus, school bus.
That's what I'm wondering.
Did you like fall asleep on a Greyhound and it was just a really comfortable nap, and now everything I don't know, bussin'. The origins of bussin'.
So I'm wondering too, because bussin' sounds like a verb. Oh, I'm doing some bussin'. Like that means you're just riding around on buses. I don't know.
It sounds like I ate too much and my pants are bussin'.
Yeah, the bussin'. I went to what's that? Famous Dave's, and I ate too many ribs, and now I'm bussin'.
I'm bussin'.
Or
I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, I got locked away in jail. I'm bussin' out of here.
Yeah, I'm bussin' out. I'm gonna make a raft out of jackets and paper clips, and then and row my way across the San Francisco Bay because I'm busting out of Alcatraz.
I'm busting out of Alcatraz. I'm busting out of Alcatraz. I'm taking a Greyhound from in Alcatraz to out of Alcatraz. I'm bussing.
I'm bussing. It's a water bus. Yeah. I can already tell this is going to be a interesting episode. It's interesting. So I feel like here's my thoughts when we do the double episode. Sometimes the first one isn't like, we're not as much of our groove, and then you warm up. It's kind of like when you like stretch and you get ready and you go exercise, you're warmed up, or you warm up you're playing guitar and you warm up, so then you're ready, or vocals, whatever. So sometimes we warm up and the second one's really good. Other times
it's like a
second one we're like tired, or we're like, oh, we want to go eat pizza or whatever. And then the second one is like not as juicy. We'll see though. I don't know. This one could be great. I was going to ask though, I know I have like food on my mind, maybe because it's like, I'm bussin'. But are you guys doing pizza tonight? I know Thursdays are pizza night.
This is the first Thursday in a long time we are not doing pizza.
Wow.
No pizza.
What are you doing for dinner then?
Let me explain our situation. So let's see. I'm trying to get my days straight.
Yeah.
Memorial Day, we had hot dogs. So let's see. Today's Thursday. So Tuesday.
You had hot dogs on Memorial Day, is what you're saying?
Yeah, we had hot dogs. Like
nice.
Gourmet, delicious ones from like a meat shop.
Ooh.
So she bought 4 packs. It's
wow.
Like, good grief. So we've only gotten through 1 pack so far. It was because they're big giant like sausage brat like hot dog things. The first pack was Philly cheesesteak, which is delicious. She has a cheddar barbecue one, and there's 2 more just flavors that are unique like that. So we got some cooking to do. But Tuesday, we made homemade meatballs and spaghetti.
Ooh.
So, and like when I make meatballs, I make them like the size of your fist, dude. They're like, you need one meatball and you're done. Like I like them. I like my balls big on my plate, dude. And so we have leftovers of that. So we had leftovers of that on Wednesday. No, Thursday. Hold on. What's today? Okay, hold on. I'm getting my food stories all mixed up. Okay, hold on. We had spaghetti meatballs Tuesday. That's what we did. Okay. Wednesday, she made a chicken casserole thing.
Oh.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. And so then Thursday, today, I brought chicken casserole for lunch. She brought spaghetti and meatballs for lunch. So for dinner, we're having the opposites. If that makes sense.
That's cool. Little flipping. You're flipping that around. Yeah, I think that sounds good though.
Yeah.
You know, we do that sometimes too. It's like, okay, we just made 2 delicious meals and we like want to split them up throughout the next 2 days. We did that a couple weeks ago too. So I feel you. But that's good. You guys are, save a little money by, eating leftovers. I'm trying to be better about that too. Like, okay, I made a good meal. Why not just eat it again?
Yeah, because most leftovers go to me because she's not a leftover person. But I had a fun image of you and your wife when you said you like split food or whatever. I imagine, Lady and the Tramp with the spaghetti, but I imagined it with a bowl of soup and your heads are just like going into this giant bowl as you're slurping down the soup, and then you guys meet in the middle of the bottom of this bowl. And it's just soup and slobber everywhere.
Just total like bottom feeder suckerfish mode. Just like just.
That's the name of the pizza place in the book.
Is suck
bottom feeders.
Bottom feeder. Yes. Oh,
I named it after Wilma.
Yes. I'm hoping there's more references. I guess that's what I get to enjoy. Is I'm sure there's all these great references just packed in there, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this.
They're just sprinkled in like a little cupcake.
Yeah, cupcake sprinkles. I was gonna say too. When you send me Possum King, since I'm reading through it for the first time when I do when I do the audiobook, you should let me know what's kind of the quick little backstory of the character. Just be like, this is, as if it was like a Wikipedia thing. So then I can kind of have the character ideas in my head. So then, because I'm just gonna go for it. I'm not gonna practice. I'm just gonna like conceptualize what it is. Okay, Gary is gonna be like, like this, or Kyle or Cody will sound like this. It's like, still think that's so funny they're in the book.
I gotcha. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like Gary, he's kind of like just isolated and just grumpy. He's a psychopath apparently. So you just just think of I don't know. Think of the Joker from not Steven Seagal, Walking Phoenix.
Phoenix. Okay.
He's just like a sad clown.
Sad clown energy. Okay.
Yeah, Margaret, the convenience store worker, she's just a warm-hearted, nice, like, you could never see her with a frown. She's just a, happy dude lady. But then Kyle, he's just like an excited go-getter. He wants to shoot all the possums with Gary. And then Cody's the more reserved, like, I don't know if you should be doing that. So those are the main voices you need. So just,
okay.
A little food to chew on. Nom nom.
Nice. I'm eating it up, and I'm excited. This is hopefully something I can get started on soon. I definitely gonna have to time the right time to like record these. Because if anyone's like walking by and they hear, they'll just be like, "Is he okay?" That makes it so much better if you think about it. If no one knows about the book, which only a few people do, and then I'm like literally in here just like creating audio, like book recording and doing the voices and reading off these like really ridiculous things. It's gonna be it's fantastic. It's just so funny.
You could even do some like, what's it called? Foley work, where you do like footsteps and doors opening and
Ooh,
sound
yeah.
effects.
Yeah.
You can just do a whole production, like gunshots.
Just everything. Yeah. That'd be kind of fun, actually. Make it like, I did, fun fact, I did take a movie sound design class in college, and that was really fun.
Dude, you could be the next Spielberg of the ears.
Earburg.
Earburg. Josh Earburg at your service.
I do all things. I do stomps and claps.
Stomps and claps. Where are you at? Your business card has like a ear sideways, and then out of the ear hole is like a iceberg or something. You call me Josh Earburg. Yeah. It's like, okay, crazy. Have you heard the term cotton 4K?
Cotton 4K?
Going on. Yeah, I'm going back to the slang real quick.
No, I've never heard of that.
Cotton 4K simply refers to catching someone red-handed.
Whoa. Yeah, I've never...
Caught you red-handed, see? Put your hands up, see? Caught you in 4K, see?
Wow, that makes me feel old. Because 4K, I feel like, is kind of a newer-ish concept. I mean, I remember... Wasn't like the first 4K movie or whatever was like Avatar? Like that weird like alien movie?
I don't know, but isn't 8K a thing already?
I think it is, which I don't know. Have you seen like
TVs in 8K?
Have you seen like new stuff where the video quality is almost too good, so it like makes it unpleasant to watch? Do you get that too?
I forget what the setting is, but that soap opera setting, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yep.
That is like default on every TV now. And it came with our new TV. And I was like, so we watched the first movie with the soap opera setting. And we watched Interstellar, first movie on that TV. It was amazing. And then the next day I figured out how to turn it off. And I was like waiting for her to notice the difference. And I was like, do you notice the difference? She's like, what? I was like, it doesn't look like a soap opera. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, well, you don't see a difference from the movie we watched last night to what we're watching today? She's like, no. I was like, okay. So I flipped it back to what it was mid of the show we're watching. I was like, okay, you see this? She's like, yeah. I flipped it back to regular. Do you see this? Yeah. Do you see the difference? No. I'm like, oh my gosh, how do you not see the difference? It's like stabbing me in the eye.
Yeah,
but
there's a big difference.
I think that might be what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the eye could even see 8K. I think it's just to make money.
That's what I'm
Going
wondering
back
too.
to what you were saying.
They just say no. I think that's actually a hilarious concept. They're like, oh, it's in 10K, and it's like you can't even like you said. I feel like you can't even comprehend that sort of definition because technically. So I'm wondering with like resolution. You know, if you think about, let's say somebody with perfect vision is staring at an apple that's in their hand, right? Isn't that like the best resolution they're going to get because they're seeing it like from their eyes? So if you just keep making things crisper and more like 10K or 8K, I guess 10K doesn't exist yet, then
100K.
100K. Yeah.
I think of your JJ Fresh episode where like you could like what was it
Oh my
forget. You go 100. You could run 100K.
Oh yeah.
I forget what you said.
Oh yeah. I was like, you can ride a 5K, 10K, 1 million K. It's so stupid. I love it. I love that was basically improv. I mean, you and I are just like we had no, because at least like Regal Friendship, we kind of had like not like scripts, but we had like storylines where. Those episodes, like you and I remember just giving people a little, I'm feeling nostalgic, so I'll just say, you and I would meet up in Canby and we go to like dollar store or Safeway and we get a bunch of gross stuff. We just find whatever we could that's gross on the shelf or things that would be really gross paired together. And we go back to your apartment and we put on like the JJ Fresh outfits and then we just like record. There was like no, like we're just like, okay, we're just going to like figure this out.
It was just like super on the fly. Which is why it was probably the best show on YouTube.
I think so. It still is, yeah. It's gotten a cult following. I know multiple people who after the fact have been like, oh, I was watching food reviews recently. And And somebody in particular wants us to start filming like new episodes. So maybe we can we'll do that when we meet up in person eventually. So I can give that person some hope.
We are all about giving hope with our food reviews. So
yep,
it needs to happen.
It does in due time. But yeah, 1 million K. But yeah,
1 million K.
1 million K.
Creep
And
Club,
I'm gonna put that
Troll
on. Here's a thumbnail. Yeah, but where are we? We're still pretty. I was gonna say, we're about 15 minutes in. Why don't we do a little like butter stick action? So I was thinking we could, if we had emails, check them out. I was thinking we could also do a podcast poll, like a YouTube one. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Okay. If you got butter in your teeth, clap your hands.
Clap, clap.
If you got butter in your teeth, clap your hands.
Clap, clap.
If you got butter in your teeth and you want more butter in your teeth, then buy some butter and eat on it with your teeth.
With your teeth.
So let's see. Check my email. Fresh from the teeth, butter drip. Butter drip alert. A transfer you sent is about to expire. That's probably from the what the heck? No, I don't want ads. Okay. Email. Howdy, Becca.
Howdy, Becca. I'm hoping we get more people. It's kind of sad they never got back to us. Like, it's fine. I don't care, but I just wish they would have got back to us.
Yeah. Ooh. Wait. What happened? Oh, she sent a 1-sentence review for the Possum King. I'm going to put on the back of the book. And Crumb also sent a paragraph summary for the back of the book.
Ooh.
Perfect. So when you like read maybe a few chapters, you could like give me a sentence for a review for the back, and I'll put it on the back.
Yes, I would love that, and I need to come up with the name for my audiobook author, and then I'll use that pen name because I want to have my own like you have JR Nunchucks. This is gonna be my I'll make up some goofy production company because like the Harry Potter ones, they have like flute that plays at the beginning, and they're like. Harry Potter and the Prison of Azkaban, read by so and so, published by
BB
Potter
Fist
House.
Meat. Potter House.
Yeah, so like I want to do something like that. Maybe I'll do like a stupid little like flute thing at the beginning too, kind of like the Harry Potter thing. It's so stupid. I'll just send you. I'll do something like that. But yeah, I'll do a review of that. And I was gonna ask too, are you gonna do like the little about the author thing, or like a little thing where they have the beginning be like, this book is dedicated to my wife and children, or something like that?
I was thinking about doing like a special thanks to me for writing the best book you'll ever read.
Yes. Oh my dude. Yes, you have to put that in the book. That's so just and then like just go in strong.
Yeah, it's totally. I don't know. And then for my review, I was gonna do my own review under my real name on the back and say, if the Mona Lisa wrote books, this would be one of them. Just something stupid.
This is, dude. This book is just a piece of gold. I, because it's one of those things like I think it's like if you get it, you appreciate it more than like you could ever appreciate it, because like, yeah, it's like, okay, this is the book like about killing possums. Yes. But if you think about how yes, it's like if you think about how it was created, it was off the cusp comment on a podcast episode that was like way earlier on. Then he spent like 2 years working on it, and just all the stuff. I feel like we could have a whole podcast episode just talking about like how you created Possum King and your process there, and like when did you work on it, and what gave you the ideas of this. That could be its own thing.
Even like, how there's movies where you watch once and then you watch it again and then you pick up on all the things leading up to the ending. I feel like if we did that with our podcast, starting from the episode when we had the idea and just re-listen to them, like the evolution of the Possum King going through it, just be like, wow, just like take out the clips. But
Yeah.
Do you want to hear her one sentence review?
Yo, let's hear it.
It's the story you never asked for. The hallucinatory tale you never knew you needed to hear until now.
Yes.
I need to ask her if she wants her name or crumb. And then she wrote a paragraph summary. I haven't read this yet. I'm going to read it real quick. Meet Gary. He's a greasy-haired loner who eats raw meat for breakfast and has a peculiar relationship with vermin. Sounds bizarre? Then keep reading. It gets worse. Gary lived a normal married life at one time until his wife went missing. Gary's wife had a one-track mind of destroying the invading possums in their area. So after her disappearance, Gary's life took a revolting turn into a world of roadkill, blood, and revenge. Gary's story will spin a web of enticement. Every turn of the page brings a savory look into the disturbing events of the life of Gary. He will show you a whole new world full of magic, pizza, and things you never knew were possible. Oh my gosh.
That's so, yeah, you guys are talented, creative folk. Like, that was really good. I major props to Crumb.
Wow.
That's great because, so I haven't read the book yet. You told me little bits about it. And I probably know just as much as, like, let's say the podcast listeners, right? So we got enough to get that taste. And then I feel like hearing that review, it was like, oh, like, I feel like I just had a big bite of the cheeseburger instead of just like a little nibble.
Oh yeah. It was like, you didn't just get a kid's meal, you got a Whopper. You got a little bite of 2 meat patties, and they left a toy inside. Oh, I'm chewing on some plastic.
Yep, chewing on some plastic. Those are great reviews. I'll read it. I'll write a review. Didn't you say you wanted like did you want anyone else to say, like? Do you want me to send like? Do you have anyone else who wants to read it that like might who could contribute a review? I could send it like. I feel like Brody would appreciate it. I think he would really appreciate it.
I'm trying to think how many reviews are generally on the back of a book. Usually there's like, 3 or 4 maybe?
Yeah, there's usually, I'd say just about, there's some books that have like, I don't know, like 6 or 7. I feel like they have like, it's just like a bunch of them. So, it's...
I'll open it up right now. If you're a Patreon subscriber, donator, or whatever, like, just email us. You don't even have to read the book. Just email us a review. It could be bad or good. It could be made up. You don't even have to have read it. Just based off of what you know already, send me a review and I'll put it on the back of the book.
Perfect.
How about that?
That's great. That's magic. What is What is it going to be like when, you know how it's like you joke about things? I call it the Frankie Muniz effect, where you think something's funny. Like, let's say, oh, it'd be funny to meet Frankie Muniz, and then you meet him, and you're like, oh, this is like actually kind of uncomfortable. I don't want to hang out with this guy. And so you're gonna have that with the Possum King, where you're like, hey, this is really funny, and then you get the physical copy in your hands, and you're like, oh my god, what have I done?
Well, it's kind of like when I was talking to Kyle. Or was it Kyle and Cody when we were playing that Star Wars game? Which, if they're listening, Charlene's been asking when are we playing again. I think it'd be fun.
Let's do it.
But and I was describing the book, and they just looked at me like I needed to go to a therapist.
Oh.
When Laura or Crumb was reading it, I got a few of those texts where she's like, "What?" That's like it's funny. It's comedy, right?
It's funny. I did this because it's funny. I forgot you told Kyle and Cody, and they both were like actually a little bit concerned.
They're like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "Yes."
You're like, it's funny.
Fine. It's funny. So,
yeah. It's
I don't know.
funny.
It's wholesome.
I think it's funny.
Fun. It's there's some Stranger Things elements, and by that I mean there's 2 kids that bond with Gary, and he teaches them how to skin and eat possums, which I can't wait for you to read it because I have there's details in the book that aren't explained, and I want to explain them so bad, but I will wait.
I can't wait. So let's see. So there's 10 chapters. How long do you think it would take to read it? Could I sit down in like a weekend and read it, sort of thing?
Like out loud and everything? Let's see. Let's Google. How long does it take to read 40,000 words?
Yeah.
The average reader will read 40,000 words in 2.2 hours when reading at a speed of 300 words per minute. That seems like a lot of words per minute.
Yeah.
I am not at 300 words per minute. I am at like half of that. I am a slow reader.
Me too. I want to take it in too, because there's going to be so many details. Like this isn't like reading a textbook for college. Like I want to get all the details, because I'm sure there's so many subtle things that are really, that need to be appreciated.
Yeah, so you could probably do a couple chapters a day. I get maybe 2-3 chapters a day if you're doing the audio recording and just blicking. And which I'll have to figure out how to post that on Amazon or audiobook or whatever. So that's another. They'll give me time to figure all that out. There's so many little things I have to figure out, but it'll come together and it'll be a nice, beautiful gift.
Then you'll be an author. Like you could legit tell people like I have a book I wrote, and then it's just so funny.
Deuces. I'll keep some copies in my car because there's one of those like community library things. It's like an outdoor shelf, an outdoor bookshelf. I'll go put one in there and take a book, leave a book thing.
Dude, that's way too fun. That's a little bit too real though. Can you imagine this? Like, these families, they have the little, because I've seen those around town. I've seen them in like Portland and other places in our old neighborhood, Adam. And, can you imagine someone's like, oh, Possum King, and they bring that home and they're like, oh my God, what is this?
Gosh, Max.
I think.
Yeah, that could be how we promote it. We just do like, if you're in an area with community bookshelves outside and those little, crates or whatever, just buy a book and throw one in there. Throw an extra in there.
That's like, it's kind of like, there's this guy back in the
guerrilla
90s.
Marketing.
He was, he's a musician. His name is Daniel Johnston, and he worked at McDonald's. And how he got his like break is he was working at McDonald's and he recorded like his EP or whatever on a cassette, and he put them in people's bags of their food.
That is a hustle right there. That dude is.
Yeah, and I was impressed.
Hustling away.
Yeah. So it's. Yeah. So yeah, we could do that too. But yeah, there's so many different ways you could promote it. I think I'll be curious to see if you how much it is to like. I wonder if it's like you buy one-off book and like it's like $20 or whatever, or if you have to buy a batch of them, and I don't know.
I think Amazon's how they do it is print to order. So you say I want a book, and then they have it all set up to where they'll just make one and send it to you. So
Man,
I'm assuming profit will be very slim. I'm going to make it as little as possible, but because I want people to actually like read this stupid thing. I think it'd be funny to like, I don't know, just because our boss wrote a book, not my boss, but like the head of the company wrote a book about their whole family history and how they started the company. I'd be like, hey, I wrote a book too. You want to trade books?
Trade books. And he'd be like, so we have the HR person here, and we're going to just sit down and talk about this bit of literature you gave me, John.
It's comedy. It's fun.
Funny. Oh, man.
It's funny. Our Halloween give out books. Like, here's the scary book. It's like, oh, of course.
I can't wait for that. I'm excited. Like I said, as soon as it comes out, I'm going to buy myself a copy, and I'm excited to share it with people. I will do like total grassroots, like you said, on the ground, feet on the ground, just getting it out there. I know
you work remote, but if you have a desk at an office, you should just have it sitting on the desk. Just like, this is my favorite book.
That's what I was thinking.
J.R.
Up in the bookshelf.
Yes. How do I get my book in libraries? I need to go to. Do they even have libraries anymore?
They do. They've got some public libraries. I saw one recently. Seems like such a just old school thing, but yeah, they're still around, and yeah, it's I don't know. I feel like it would be interesting to. it's hard because it's not like, if you have a record, like let's say you print a vinyl for your CD or whatever, and then you can sell it at like a local record store. It's not like you roll up to a Barnes and Noble with a box full of Possum King books and you're like, hey, can you just stock this? And like, you don't even have to give me any money.
I got something. It's like, just I wrote my address on this piece of paper. You can just mail me a check with the profits later. Like, what do you think this is? Like,
you're like, we're Barnes and Noble. It's like, I know, but yeah, you might be able to do that with like a really small, like family-owned bookstore. You might be like, you'd be like, hey, I'm an aspiring author, and I just released this book that I'm working really hard for a couple years on. Just hoping you could carry it. And they're like, oh, sure. And then you get a call later, and they're like, what did you give us?
I don't think it's been a couple years though. I think it's been less than a year.
Oh, that's true. I think it's just been a year, because I think you're right. Because we started, I don't know. We've been doing okay, I'm looking it up. Give me 1 second.
I know we've looked it up before. Turtle eggs.
It was like episode 16 or something.
Greasy D. It was that early?
It's pretty early. Power
Frog Lord.
Is it all one word? Power
here's one with possum. Episode 31. It was August 14th. So
what year
2020. Was that? So okay. No, it was almost 2 years ago. I thought it was. Hold on. What year is it? August 14th?
31.
So it's
August
been a
14th,
year.
2020.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't think it was that long. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, you've been... Wow. I can't believe...
I'm just a
dude,
slow
that is
boy.
weird to think of. This has been 2 years in the making. Like, looking at episode 33 when we had Gary Graphics on, and... Oh my gosh, there's
some juicers in here.
Yeah, Dr. Dragon.
Amanda Bynes. Yeah. I'm looking at the thumbnails, trying to remember what we were talking about.
I remember Sweat Daddy. We made
Squeeze the Cheese.
Yeah. Tech Talk.
You're weak. I think that was what I was talking about. People wearing headphones and dancing.
Oh yeah, roast beef. The pilot. I'm kind of curious. The pilot was November 17th, 2019. So that will be, is that 3 years? Wow, that can't be real.
We're on year 3, because if we think about it, if we didn't miss a week, we'd have 52 episodes a year. So we're over 100 episodes.
Mm.
So that's 2 years. So we're on the third year.
Yeah, that's true. I can't believe that. That's 3, because even, I mean, that's just crazy of the decade-long JJ Fresh existence. 3 years of that was just Power Pack Podcast. It's crazy.
Wow, time flies when you're doing stuff.
When you got
did we do the intro for this podcast?
We did not do an intro. Let's do it, and then let's dip out.
All right, we are the Power Pack Podcast, the podcast featuring Johnny Hawk, Pro Dolphin Slayer, and one friendship.
Oh yeah, a friendship that is not, I was gonna say that this friendship is. I made an analogy earlier. It's like a peanut butter and jelly. You don't just eat a peanut butter sandwich. You don't just eat a jelly sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly. That's like John and I, and I'd say John is. I'll say John's the jelly, I'm the peanut butter, and the bread is all of you in the podcast. So thank you for listening and making this one delicious peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Thank you for tuning into our regularly scheduled program. Contact Josh and Jonathan at powerpackedpodcast@gmail.com. Support the show at patreon.com/powerpacked. See you next time, you dirty little rat babies.